Hi and welcome back to another video where I'm gonna read the screenplay of the pilot of the Blacklist. This is going to be the Act 3. So what happened before is that Raymond Reddington, one of the most wanted in the US, he turns himself in and everyone's like wondering why is he doing that. He's been on the round for like so long time and now he's turned himself in. And he only wants to speak with one woman, Elizabeth Keane, and everyone's like, who's that? And she is actually a new profiler on her very first day of her job. And she's like, I don't know Reddington, I have no connection with him whatsoever. But she gets to speak with him. And she gets to know that a criminal, Samani, has got into the country and Reddington has helped him. And he says that one general's daughter is gonna be caught. So Liz is like, I believe him, we need to call in the SWAT team. And the SWAT team goes to the school, but the girl is still taken. And there's car crashes. People are scared. The cars are crashing even more. And they take the girl. Liz feels responsible and she says to the general that she's gonna get the daughter back. And that's pretty much what has happened so far. So let's continue reading. Act 3. Interior Red's holding chamber, same. An interrogator from the High Value Interrogation team sits across from Red. They have been at this for hours. Interrogator. Is this girl dead? Red's silent, eyes locked on the interrogator. Is that why we haven't heard from the abductors? No demands? What other reason would there be? Inflamed. It's been 4 hours. You think you're gonna overlook the fact you turned yourself in the exact same day this thing went down? In the hive. Cooper sees they're getting nowhere. Knocks on the glass. Cooper. Kill the cameras. Everyone out. Cut to General Riker. Chest full of medals. He sits down before Red, who is not intimidated whatsoever. General Riker. The US government doesn't negotiate with terrorists, but I'm not the government. I'm here as a father. Red blinks at the general's medal as if they are meaningless. General Riker, is this about immunity? You want your crimes forgiven? I'm a person friends with the Attorney General. There are things you have done that I can make people forget. Silence. General explodes. General Riker, answer me. This is my baby's life we're talking about. Your people haven't made one demand. I already told you people how this works. You wanna talk? Go get Elizabeth Keane. The general starts daggers. Interior, the hive, day. Liz does a walk of shame. Past Cooper, past Riker. All eyes are on Red's chosen one as she makes her way into... I kind of like that it's a girl, a woman that he has picked for. And everyone's like, why is she chosen? And I mean, you won't know it here. And maybe you never will during the show. But I think, yeah, you will find out. And it must be very intense for all these big guys who be working a lot for many years. And now she's just getting to speak with Red. Anyway, Red's holding chamber. Red extends his hand. Liz keeps her arms folded. Liz is wearing the charm bracelet Beth gave her. The one with the tiny plastic animals. Red. Nice bubble. Remind me of my daughter. She loved jewelry. Liz. Where's the girl? Red. You women and your jewelry. Liz. It's been 4 hours. Red. I told you Samani would take her. Told you that's all I knew. It's in your hands now. He notices the way Liz is nervously opening and closing her fist, running her fingers against the skin of her palm. Red. Why do you do that? She places her hand in her lap. Liz. I need your help with Samani. Red. How about we trade? You tell me, I tell you. Tell me about the scar on your palm. I have noticed how you hide it. Liz swallows. Reluctant. I think the scar is gonna be somewhat of a clue because that's how you do it. You place something there for a reason. They're not just gonna write it in there and just be like, never mind. Liz. There was a fire. I was 14. Red. Someone tried to hurt you. Liz. Not exactly. Red. But the scar, what does it remind you of? When you touch it. Reaching out. May I? Liz reluctantly extends her hand. Red takes her palm, runs his fingers over the scar tissue as if he might see into her past. It's uncomfortable. Red's thumb follows the scar up her arm, under her sleeve. He looks into her eyes. Red. Is a child really want... What? Red. Is a child really what you want? Liz pulls away, stunned. Liz. How on earth do you know? Red. I know it's exciting that you have waited, but a baby can fix what happened in the past. Oh, it's so creepy. He knows all this stuff about her and she has no idea how, and neither do I. That's the thing though with Red. He always knows stuff throughout the show and you don't really know how. She stands, indignant. Liz, how dare you? You lost the privilege of speaking about parenthood when you abandoned your wife and daughter on Christmas Eve. Addie, right? How old would she be now? 30? You don't know because you walked away. So keep the fatherly advice to yourself. Red. You won't find the girl until you learn to look at this differently. Liz. And how should I look at this? Red. Like a criminal. It may come easier to you than you think. More. Red. Continue. Shall I show you? Interior FBI, the war room, same. Liz and the other agents watch as Red walks to the room, eyeing the massive wall of clues. He moves with a sense of pride and curiosity. Takes in the details. Liz. So? Red steps back. Consider college of photos and police reports. Silence. Then with complete confidence. Red. Irrelevant. He tears down a mugshot. Rips down a surveillance photo. Red. What's waste of time? Wrestler. Hey, you can't just... Red continues down the wall, pulling down precious documents, moving pieces. The analyst watch in disbelief as Red weeds out the unimportant. He grabs a surveillance photo and rips it in half. Holds up the half with the image of a young Serb. Red. Miroslav. He's more than a driver. They call him the chemist. Weapons expert. Turned down MIT to work for Al-Qaeda in South Africa. Red pins the chemist to the wall, then grabs a photo of a group of men outside of the bank. Red. The German? Reinhard? You're right that if money was involved, he laundered it. But this Swiss account is a dead end. He runs everything through a former IRS man named Kegel. Works through the Caymans. Eyes scanning. What about the girl? What do you have on the girl and her father? An analyst works keyboard. Images of Beth fill the screens. Beth's school portrait. Beth and her father, General Riker. Red. What do you see, Lizzie? She blinks at Red. Only Tom calls her Lizzie. So creepy. Liz. Well, the timeline would suggest a singular event, something in DC. Not sure how the girl fits. Red. What about the chemist? Liz. Important. Well paid. What he's planning is expensive. Maybe some kind of attack. Red. You're thinking like a cop. What does a criminal see? Wrestler. Okay, this is nonsense. Liz. Taking the general's daughter was risky. She's well protected. Red. She's a criminal to the mission. Cooper and Wrestler exchange a suspect glance as Liz scans the photos. She finds a picture of Samani reaching into a pocket-size container of pills. Liz. Samani is sick. CIA says he carries Nipah virus. Dying makes him dangerous. Nothing to lose. Red. And the general's daughter? Liz. Her father, the general, spent time in Bosnia supporting NATO troops. Red. Saman's home turf. Liz. He came under public scrutiny when US-led forces bombed a suspect chemical weapons facility in the Biak Pocket region. So much information right now, so I'm getting like, ugh. But it's very fast forward. The dialogue is fast pacing. You can really feel like Liz is more like cocky about a bit sometimes to Reddington, and Wesley is like, oh, this is nonsense. You can really feel how they have different energy. Never did find proof of their weapons, but the bombing released unknown chemical agents, poisoned the village, and then realizing Jesus, his family. Oh, I was pronouncing that so wrong. Jesus, his family. This is a photo of Samani with her young sons. Red. Follow the pit in your stomach. Liz. Samani's wife and son were made sick in the bombing orchestrated by General Riker. They died. Samani survived. He wants revenge. Realizing He hired a chemist to build a bomb, detonate it in DC. Has a returning flight tomorrow at 10 a.m., which means it's gonna happen soon. Tomorrow morning. His dying wish. Red Geisley's exhilarated. The teacher and the pupil. Red. Why no offer to trade the girl, Gliss? Because he needs her. Samani lost his family. He's gonna use the general's daughter to even the score. Deliver the bomb. The room erupts into a hive of activity. Red quietly turns to Liz, an olive branch. Red. I have an acquaintance, I think you say it. They call him the innkeeper. Runs a series of safe houses. Lean on him. He will know where to find the chemist. Find the chemist. You'll find Samani. Liz. Where is this innkeeper? Red. If I tell you, you have to give me something in return. I need to be moved. Higher security. Liz, you're inside the FBI. Yeah, what would be more safer than there? Red, my point exactly. It's not safe. Exterior, Fitz McNair Army Base Day. An FBI convoy escorts Red's armed truck past uniformed guards and onto the historic U.S. military base on Green Laugh Point. Majestic views of the Potomac, sprawling lawns. I like how he has so much control. Like, move me, and they're moving him. Interior, Sundial Motel Day. Agents pour into the tiny motel near Region National. They throw the innkeeper to the ground, hands behind his head, boots on his neck, as the innkeeper begs we am back to exterior in a row at 4th McNair Day. Red steps from his armed vehicle and takes in his new home. A breathtaking colonial mansion overlooking the Potomac. The army-owned home is not only historic, but one of the most well-protected estates in all of Washington. Inside Red's house. Agents remove the mirrors and silverware. Cameras are installed. Red admires the beautiful covered ceilings. It's fitting home for a military man. Interior neglected apartment, Ivy City Day. SWAT teams burst down the door and the inhabitants scramble. Some sort of lab. The agents push through a door into a room filled with elaborate bomb-making supplies. They pull a figure down from the fire escape, hands behind the head. This is really no dialogue. So much happening. Like they move Red. They get that inner guy. What was it called? Innkeeper. And then they go into a lab. So there's so much stuff happening at the same time. Almost the same time. And it's so fast. So much action. And that's great because it keeps you reading and motivated, because at least when you're shooting, it's going to be fast and it's going to be intense. Exterior shoreline, Fitz McNair Day. Wrestler finds Liz looking out of the boatyard, drinking in the beauty of the water. A rare moment of peace. A rare moment of peace. Sounds really describing, I think. You want to be sure what words you're using on the page because you don't have that much time, but sometimes you need to have some time of describing how the feeling of the room. So it should be like very describing and detailed but short. A rare moment of peace. Drinking in the beauty of the water. I like it. Wrestler. They found the lab. Interrogating the chemist as we speak. Liz. We have the chemist. Wrestler. Big fish, right? Based on what we've pulled from his lab, we think we have caught it in time. Shut down his operation. We're making progress. Liz. What about the bomb? Wrestler. HDS is running samples. We will have results within hours. Liz stares out of the water. He lights a cigarette. Liz. I didn't choose any of this. He doesn't believe it. Does Wrestler smoke? Really? I can't remember him smoking. He doesn't believe it. Wrestler. Fidged. Of course not. He shows you. There's a bigger picture we're not seeing. But we will. Give it time, please. I gotta clear my head. Get out of here for a bit. Grab a shower, Wrestler. Don't go too far. As she walks away, he watches her go. There's not a bone in Wrestler's body that trusts this woman. Yep. Interior Liz's brownstone dusk. Liz returns home. It's like entering another world. Soft music. Candlelight. In the entry, she finds a small pink wicker rocking chair stuffed with pink blankets, books, and bibs. Miley balloons proclaim, "It's a girl, Liz. Oh my god, did they say yes?" In the arms of a stuffed animal, Liz finds the adoption paperwork, opens it, tears standing in her eyes. Standing in her eyes. That's a cool way to describe it. Liz, "It's official? How did you... I can't believe..." Liz rounds the corner to find Tom. He's back to her, seated at a beautiful candlelight dinner. There's champagne, flowers. Her shoulders drops as Liz sits down and looks to Tom to see. "Liz, we're gonna have a baby." Tom is duct taped to the chair. What a interesting scene where you're like, oh, they're gonna be happy and celebrating, and then bam, turning point. Has duct tape. He's been beating and tortured. Zip ties on his wrist. Tape over his mouth. Pure fucking horror in his eyes. Liz's heart stops as a dark figure reaches past her breasts, into her jacket, and delicately remove her weapon. He's a colorless twig of a man. Chemical burns on his neck and jaw. As he sits at the table between Liz and Tom, we meet. I like how they write "we meet" because I think that's how they introduced Reddington. Like, we meet. Raymond Reddington. I don't know. I just like how they introduces the character. Ranko Samani, an anemic little ghost. Looks like he was raised in a wheel cage. Samani speaks with a thick Serbian accent. His lungs rattle with each breath. Samani. Tom and I already have met, been talking, trying to figure out how you knew I was in town. Liz looks to Tom. There's blood matter in his hair. The vessels of one eye have ruptured. Samani. I tell him you took the general's daughters minutes before I was going to. Forced me to rethink things, which I did quite well, I think. Samani serves himself a slice of fish. Samani. But then your people come for my chemist friend. Pours himself a glass of champagne and takes a drink. Samani. I was finished with the chemist, so you saved me a payment for services. For that, I thank you. But it did make me wonder what else you know. Pointed. What else do you know? Liz. I don't know. I don't. Tom, please. Samani takes a bite, chewing through heavy horse breaths. Not horse. Horse breath. I don't know how you... Whatever. I can't pronounce it. Samani, over here. I ask a question. What else do you know about my plan, Liz? An attack. A bomb, maybe. We're not sure. We don't know. Samani stands. Pour Liz a glass of champagne. Liz. We only knew about the girl. Everything else, speculation. Throat tears. Tom, babe, it's gonna be okay. Splosh. Samani bursts his stick knife in the meat of Tom's thigh. Tom lets out a muffled scream. Samani, what else do you know, Liz? Frantic, sobbing. I swear, nothing. Samani holds his chest, removes a pocket-sized container of pills from his jacket and puts one on his tongue. Chases it with champagne. As he does, we see a penny-sized tattoo on the back of Samani's hand. It's the silhouette of a sunburst, jagged rays reaching out from the center, violently whipping out about. Samani, you're not as smart as Reddington says. My friend, he was always so obsessed with you. Not sure why. Taunting. What I planned will make for many casualties. Chemical agents. No. What you call biblical. So now you have choice. Stop me now and save many Americans, or save only one. What do you choose? Samani yanks the knife from Tom's side and plunges it into Tom's abdomen. He turns the knife, drags it into the sternum. Liz screams. She leaps up as Samani leaves. Liz chases, but stutters steps back to Tom. Can't have both. She runs to Tom, holds him, dials 911 as Samani vanishes. Blood everywhere. Phone ringing. Liz. Hold on, babe. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna get your help. Emergency operator off screen. 911. What's your emergency? Cut to black. End of Act 3. Wow. What an act. It was so intense at the end, and a big cliffhanger at the end where you don't really know, is Tom gonna survive? Is Samani gonna be caught? And what's really gonna happen? What does Samani have planned? Yeah, a very good act, I must say. Okay, so in this act there's like 10 pages, and if you look at 5 page, because somewhere there should be the midpoint of the act, like a turning point, like a big event. And I look at the page and it says that Liz figure everything out. Not everything, but she knows that Samani needs the girl because he's gonna bring a bomb because he wants revenge. So that's like a big turning point, like a pretty much false victory. Like for now it's a victory because they have a clue. But then at the end of the act, they have this big cliffhanger with Tom getting tortured and she meeting Samani, because I hadn't anticipated she was going to meet him already, if ever. So that's, I mean, in the middle of the act, you think, oh, they got it. And then at the end, oh no, they don't got it. So these are big turning points, which keeps me on my toes. I want to know more and I want to keep on reading, and it's a very interesting act to read. So I really like this act, and if you did, write a comment down. What did you like? What was there some part you didn't like? And if you like this video, please consider subscribing. Add a comment below, like I said. Hit the like button. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.